what's the next thing?
Research has
Shut up.
What's the next thing?
OpenAI. They have been in
Sam Altman, OpenAI, ChatGPT.
that has also been the weirdest.
You have to lead this one because I'm not all the way off.
Yeah, no, the Sam Altman OpenAI shit is hilarious as well for different reasons. Because somewhere beginning last week, we were not recording. They announced, or OpenAI, the board of OpenAI announced, like, yeah, Sam Altman is gone. He's out.
Before you continue,
he was fired. Yeah.
Like, I feel like all these tech guys have the same name.
Oh,
Both. They look the same and they have the same name. Yeah.
What is this? Like
They're the same dude. They're the same prototype dude.
The same type of dude, yeah. They're all
Same
in a group
prototype.
chat somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They all know each other. You know
They
that,
all
right?
dress the same.
Yo, y'all should have
They
to
went
read.
to schools
Have y'all ever
together?
read? I'm not going to go on the whole thing, but have y'all ever read? I told y'all guys years ago to read Peter Thiel's 0 to 1.
No, I've been meaning to read that
You
one.
have to read that. It explains a lot of this. All them niggas started at the same thing.
Yeah.
They all,
'Cause
they all started,
he's also part of the Teal group together with Musk.
he's not direct, but he's adjacent.
Yeah.
It's like a I'm serious. It's like a
Because he was at PayPal or something, Altman.
at some point. Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy?
Yeah.
He started. So what he is mainly known for is Y Combinator, which was a startup incubator in Silicon Valley for ever since Silicon Valley pretty much started.
Yeah.
He would have this incubator where new startups would come to, and
He was the
basically-
CEO of that at some point.
He was the founder and CEO of it. It was his. He was the inventor. That was his thing. Y Combinator.
Yeah.
And what startups would do is they would come there and he would give you advice and guidance on how to get your startup to the next level in exchange for some shares in it. It's like a very unique form of venture capital,
Yeah.
right? Where a lot of these venture capital companies, they give you money, but they also give you guidance and advice and counseling. A lot of times they would call him and his incubator to do that part. And that's what he did.
Yeah.
And by doing that, he became one of the biggest names and staples in that whole space because every new startup would go through him. I think Uber, Airbnb all went through his.
He probably has stakes in most, if
Yeah,
not all.
yeah,
of
yeah.
them.
No, dude's mad
Yeah.
rich. Dude is
Yeah,
disgusting
yeah,
rich.
yeah.
Fuck you talking about? He said
So,
this AI shit. I don't need money.
He started OpenAI together with a group of other researchers, and their goal was to create. They saw the development of AI and thought, okay, this is happening in such a way that we're not comfortable with. We're not comfortable with private companies having the sole say of what AI is going to be and how it's going to look like. We want an open source, non-profit organization to, at the same time as the companies, create their version of AI and have safeguards placed on it and basically make sure that AI goes in the right way according to them. So they made a think tank or a group in that kind of fashion. That formed into OpenAI, the company that we know now. That also is a nonprofit, but as well a for-profit company in a weird construction that is interesting. But the board appoints the CEO for the for-profit company, but is part of the nonprofit. The nonprofit board said, "Yo, Sam, you need to get the fuck out."
Are you sure that's how it went? The non-profit board told me to go.
The nonprofit board said
All
that
right.
because he is basically CEO of, I think, both, but mostly the reason or the alleged reason that people are talking about online and like The Verge and other sites is that he was too focused on being a for-profit entity.
Yeah, because
ChatGPT, DALL-E, and everything.
That's his background.
Yeah,
That's what he does.
He was making too much money. That's it in a gist.
Because is this company already
Public or something?
No. Is this company still in debt?
In
No.
debt? What do you mean in debt?
They all these companies are in debt kind of too.
Oh.
Profitable. I mean, just profitable.
I think they might be.
They're already profitable.
I think they might be. Well, I don't know. It's tricky because
Yeah.
they have revenue because people do pay on multiple ways. So I pay personally. I pay for ChatGPT the subscription. So and I've heard a lot of people do. I don't know exact numbers, but it's like you're talking like I think it's like millions of people do. And then you have also the API. That's I think where they make the most money. Where other companies basically use their API to be able to provide ChatGPT features in their app.
That's where Microsoft comes in.
And that's where Microsoft comes in, and you have to pay for that.
Yeah.
So that makes money. So we know they have a revenue stream. However, I have also been made to understand that the cost of operating this stuff is very high. It's very expensive
That's why they needed
to
a
run a
for-profit.
large language model that efficiently that does it costs a lot of
It
money.
never crashes, etc.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it might be
They might be
they might not
even
be
or
profitable.
something
You're
like
right. Yeah, they might not be profitable. I don't know.
But that's how the whole system, like because they have
It's
these
normal,
large.
by the way. Like the first
That's
10,
regular.
Yeah.
15, 20 years, like to not be profitable. Okay,
Yeah.
20 years
Or
is a little
never.
bit, but yeah.
So for these, some of these
Definitely.
companies,
Yeah.
for some of these,
or never
never.
profitable, like
But
we work.
Exactly because of the
yes,
yes, no. Because of these large language models, they needed to have money, and that's why they opened up a for-profit. They were planning to be a non-profit.
That's what he said. He said that.
Elon was on the board or part of the organization when it was. He started it.
He gave it, funded it
Yeah, he funded it.
to a degree.
And when they, at some point, Elon said, "Yo, I like where you guys are going. Just give this shit to me.
Elon.
Yeah, just give the whole thing to me. I'll make it part of my Tesla, Twitter, SpaceX group of companies, and I'll run it as CEO of that as well." And they said, "Nah, we don't want that." And he took all his money out. That's why he's pretty bitter about everything that's happening there. But that is what happened there. And that group of board fired him early last week. I think that was on a Monday or something.
They fired him out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
Out all of the tech world in a frenzy.
Everybody's stressing because everybody's building shit on this right now. What happened then afterwards is some of the most interesting things I've seen in Silicon Valley company things for a while.
I see a twinkle in your eye. Like you're so
No, this is hilarious.
Jeff is in his bag.
This is hilarious.
No, hold on. Clear out. Step aside.
Yes.
Because this is Jeff. Jeff is in his bag.
Go ahead, Jeff. Go ahead.
So literally the next day, somehow they're in talks of bringing him back again. And I think the same day or a couple of days after, almost 2/3, 3/4 of the company employees said, "Yo, if he's going, we out. That's all your people, all your tech gone." And at the same time, almost immediately or like in a couple hours, Microsoft said, "Yo, you know what you can do, Sam? Come to us, build what you did at ChatGPT or OpenAI, build that for us, and then we have it in-house." So they were going to lose their biggest client as well that was giving them the most money. So the board at some point realized they made a mistake. They did not explain to anybody why they were firing him. We still don't know the real reason.
What exactly was the role? Is that what Microsoft said? Because the CEO, I remember the CEO of Microsoft made a very specific move, and that was the move.
I know they
were going to hire him. They were saying, "Listen, you can come over here."
There was two specific moves. The first move was right after he got fired. They said, "We were not informed about this as investors."
They have a $10 billion investment in this company.
Yes.
Right?
They were not. Satya Nadella, the CEO of Microsoft, came out and said, "We were not informed about this, so that's the problem." First off, and second of all, we want Sam there. We support Sam. Sam Altman is our guy.
And that's the part I'm trying to get a little bit of a better understanding on. Is like, if they have a $10 billion investment, you'd think that they'd be on the board.
Yeah,
but I heard that apparently there's a lot of VCs
because it's a nonprofit
that are not on the board. But it is okay
because that is the weird structure I was talking about. The for-profit part, they are all customers of the for-profit company. They're not part of or customers or involved in any way of the nonprofit. That is a separate company entirely that controls that for-profit company.
I'm telling you, man.
So that scheme made it so that because everybody on that board is not investors or involved with money at all. They're researchers.
The older I get, the more I study this type of shit, I'm just like, dog, it's really just about who you know and what you know.
Yes.
These dudes just they just do whatever they want. Just make up. Oh, so okay. So check this out. We're gonna start a non-profit company. Yeah, see this? That makes money. That's what we're gonna do
somehow.
And we're just gonna. It's like you just come on, dog. you just do whatever you want now. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
This is what they do, and this is how they have done it.
So now he's back.
Yes, after like a couple of days of struggles or somehow, the whole board got fired, and he's back in. They
got him out of there. They got the board out of there.
What is even funnier is
who fired the board?
He basically made a deal with them like, "Yo, I'm coming back, but when I come back,
you have to leave.
Y'all have to leave because y'all fired me for weird reasons." And they accepted. They couldn't do anything. The whole company is gone.
The whole company said, "Yo, dog, we're not working here."
Your whole company was about to go to Microsoft and become a Microsoft company.
This dude that's what I'm saying. Like, this dude played this game so well, and that it really shows you that it pays to establish yourself, right?
Yeah.
Well, you have that much power to where the whole company, like the president, his co-founder president, quit immediately as soon as they fired him.
Then
I'm also not going to work out, right? I think they said like 2/3 of the employees signed. Also, I'm done. Bring him back.
If you bring him
we'll
back,
give you 10 days. If you
Yeah.
don't bring something like that, they give him a deadline. If you don't bring him back, I'm out. I'm also leaving. Right? Then Microsoft said, okay, well, and I think they just did not do that math at all. They didn't calculate that. Didn't expect that.
They really went. It seems like they really went for the nonprofit idea of we're gonna make AI safe, and we feel that this guy's not making AI safe. He's being too much of a money hungry person, in their opinion. So we are gonna fire him, and that backfired on them completely.
It's a demonstration of very strong and effective leadership. I think to a degree.
Yes.
And establishing yourself, playing your cards right. Yeah, the Microsoft Connect. He's a Silicon Valley staple. I mean, what you thought was gonna happen?
It's a wild. This took 4 days.
You want to come fire me from my company? I ain't Steve Jobs.
The first reports were on the November 18th.
Yeah,
November 22nd. He's back. 4 days.
Trying to fire me from my company.
That's wild. Like, yeah, everybody for a while was wondering, like Oliver says, what is going to happen to ChatGPT?
Yeah, what happened
DALL-E?
in the meantime? Like,
it was up.
Oh no, they were releasing
they put out
stuff.
new features and shit.
Yeah, they're releasing new features.
It's fire too.
It's amazing.
No, seriously.
Yeah.
Like, I be doing my work with it. If you got Excel, it can do all your data analytics and Excel files for you. You can upload files in it now.
Microsoft came out with Copilot in the
upload
meantime.
a file to it and just say, yo, dog, like from this Excel file, take everything from this column and put it in that one, and it'll do it.
Yeah, no, Microsoft came out with it's good. Microsoft came out with new features in their programs as well. ChatGPT itself got the feature to look at certain stuff.
Images even?
Yeah, images. This happened in the last couple of days while he was being fired.
Right,
That's how effective this company is to a degree. Like, it's wild. For me, the interesting thing about this is, like, we have, like, OpenAI might be one of the more powerful companies that we have now, because apparently this man by himself might be one of the most powerful people in tech right now. Because
he always was. That's the thing. He was just a behind the scenes dude. He was one of the Machiavellian dudes. He was behind the scenes, and if you knew, you knew. If you knew anything about Silicon Valley, you know. I know his name because I looked into it. I read the book and stuff. Then you know who he is. If you're not into tech like that, then you might not know who he is. Now everybody knows because of the ChatGPT thing. But before, if you were into tech, he was one of them. You had to go through it seriously. Like he was like that. Like why come you had to go through him? You want to do some tech startup thing? Go do your incubator over there with him. See what he says. He's gonna come back, tell us how he feels, and then we're gonna look. That's what was happening.
I'm just waiting. Like,
that's what was happening. That's who he was.
For me, what becomes interesting about this here is their goal for OpenAI was to create a general purpose AI. So an AI that just knows everything and can answer everything. And their goal, their idea now is that ChatGPT is the closest thing towards that. He has now all the runway to do whatever the fuck he wants. His board is gone. It's going to be a couple. Microsoft is going to come into the board, and it's going to be him, his co-founder, and like a couple more people. But you sure about that? So the nonprofit board is gone. Yeah. There's just so it's a for-profit company now. They still have the structure. Probably not. They still have the structure. So now Microsoft will have a seat on the board, and there will be a couple other people appointed. They have appointed an interim board for the next couple months, where a new board is being chosen.
I'm telling you, we have to start a tech startup and just tell stories.
Just finesse
how great it is. I'm telling you, man.
Just finesse.
Just be like, yo, dog.
This is wild. Yeah, this is like in tech, this was the biggest thing, biggest hype. Like, people were just shocked because nobody is willing to explain anything.
Because you don't see CEOs get fired off of shit that's successful. You see them get fired with some shit that's not working out.
Speaking of things that aren't working out.
What?
Speaking of things that aren't working out or haven't worked out. Your good friend.
Motherfucker, you introduce a topic for us. Go ahead.
Yeah, you never introduce. Why it's always the two of us?
Go ahead. This is because it's your guy. Don't make me you introduce. I'm gonna tell your story. I'm gonna snitch on you.
Wow.
Yes.
Go.
Your guy.
Okay.
Go.
First of all, I don't see. We've been friends this long, I don't
Oh,
see you
stop it.
doing that.
Stop
Okay?
it. I'm
I
so
don't see
sick
you
of you.
doing
You went to
that.
Colombia for 2 weeks and now.
I did not. I was here. I was
Oh,
here.
sure.
And
We
then-
saw the business class seats. We saw the business class drinks. You think you got money now?
I have no clue what you're talking about. I have no clue what you're
CZ,
talking about.
Binance, come on, go.
No, not that one.
Oh,
Who are you talking about?
WeWork.
Oh,
'Cause
but
it's-
Binance is your thing.
No, Binance.
You brought us to Binance.
No, but
Yes.
forget the Binance. I want to work.